Good afternoon, Ghana. Good afternoon, Nigeria. And good afternoon to everyone listening from Abosoka, the beating heart of our markets in Accra. Today, we are not mincing words. This is not one of those soft commentaries where we hide behind diplomacy or sugarcoat the truth. This is day 3 of an exercise that started on September 8th, a market cleanup, a reset, a long overdue moment where Ghana finally looked in the mirror and asked, are we serious about enforcing our laws? And family, we need to talk. We need to talk about this. This is not just another market story. This is about survival. It's about the future of Ghanaian traders. It's about fairness. Now let's look at the situation here. Ghanaian authorities, tired of the endless complaints from local traders, called in our Nigerian brothers and other foreign counterparts and their trade executives. They sat them down and said, listen, here is why we are doing this. Here's why we're closing down the shops, the stores, and people are not understanding us. But let's be honest, this is not news. The law is not new. Section 27 of Act 865, the GIPC Law, has been sitting in black and white for years. It says very clearly, foreigners cannot engage in retail trade in Ghana's markets, kiosks, or even small stores. You see, markets like Abosoka, Swami, Magazine, these are spaces reserved strictly for Ghanaians. If you set up a shop there, you are breaking the law, period. And that's where this conversation really starts. Because for years, this law has been ignored until now. This is not a witch hunt, my people. It's not a witch hunt at all. Now let's slow down for a second, because some people are already typing angry comments on social media, claiming this is xenophobia. No, this is not xenophobia. This is not Ghana versus Nigeria, Ghana versus China, or Ghana versus Turkey. This is not a witch hunt. No, foreigners can do business in Ghana. In fact, Ghana is one of the most welcoming countries in West Africa for business. But there are rules, just as there are rules in any other country. If you want to operate in Ghana, you must invest at least $1 million. You must employ at least 20 skilled Ghanaians. And even then, your business must operate outside the market stores reserved for locals. These are not outrageous demands. These are just common sense. They exist to protect the small Ghanaian trader who has no backup, no government support, and no bank loan cushion. Let's see. So when this is happening, you should understand, you should look at it from a different perspective. Let's talk about those traders for a second. Our own traders. Look, they are already struggling. They have no government support, struggling to raise working capital. Bank interest rates that feel like punishment hanging on their neck. Clearing goods at the port is so expensive, it eats half of their profits before they even start selling. And then, as if that is not enough, foreign wholesalers who are supposed to sell in bulk skip the middlemen and retail directly to customers. They even set up shop in the same market and undercut the local trader. So how do you expect the Ghanaian trader to survive? This is why there's so much anger. This is why you see shops being locked up, protests in the streets, petitions being filed. This is not just business. This is what we call survival. The traders are supposed to survive. So yes, the authorities have started acting. They have started acting. They have noticed Ghanaians fronting shops for foreigners. And they are saying it ends now. Let's not even talk about the fake marriages, because authorities have seen the fake marriages being used as loopholes and they are closing them. And this time, it won't just be warnings and press conferences. Prosecutions are coming. So those who want to go into fake marriages, just to pretend, oh, I'm married to a Ghanaian lady, so at least I have this, I have that. Make no mistake, this is not about punishing Nigerians or anyone else. In fact, Ghana has thanked those foreign traders who complied during the first days of the exercise. This is about restoring order to a market system that has been chaotic. You get it? Restoring order. That is what this is all about. And here is where it gets serious. You see, in 2 weeks, there will be another meeting. The police will be there. Immigration will be there. GIPC will be there. The Ministry of Trade will also be there. This time, the plan is not just to talk, it's to make sure the law works. Because the law must work. It must always work. Now, because without law, there's no market. And without the market, there will be no Ghanaian traders left standing. So, the question that we want to ask, what do you think? Is this the right move? Are we finally protecting our local traders, or are we risking a diplomatic clash with our neighbors? Are we restoring order or just creating more tension that might flare up later? This is David 360. This story is far from over. And here at David 360, we will be watching closely, asking hard questions, and giving you the full picture every step of the way. Because this is not just about Abosokai. This is not just about Swami or magazine. This is about who gets to control Ghana's markets and whether the Ghanaian trader gets a fair chance to survive. This is David 360. Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for staying with us, and until I come your way again, kindly hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet. Press the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will be notified. Thank you for staying with us, and until I come your way again, God bless you.
Good afternoon to my foreign counterparts, the Nigerians. I think the group is NUTAG, right? NUTAG. So good afternoon to the NUTAG group. Good afternoon to my executives. I greet everybody this afternoon. We all know the reason why we are here today. I think on 8th September, we started an exercise in Abosokai here, spare parts dealers, on behalf of our members to address issues arising here, problems and challenges that we are facing in our market. So today is the third day, which we said we'll meet all the executives, the Nigerian executives, to at least tell them why we are embarking on the exercise. So we've called them today and they are here with us. And also we thank them very much for complying with the exercise within the 3 days. So what we are saying is very clear and short. It's the law.
Yeah.
GIPC law. And I quote and I say, by law, section 27 of the Act 1. No. By law, 27 of Act 865. Foreigners cannot engage in retail trading in markets, kiosks, or stores. These are reserved strictly for Ghanaians. So if a foreigner set up a store or a small retail shop in a market like Abosokai, Circle, Okaishi, Magazine, Swami, they are operating illegally. That is our short message. If you set up a shop, a kiosk, or a store in our market, you are operating illegally. That's the Act 1, right?
Yeah.
So the Act 2 states foreigners may do business in Ghana if they meet investment thresholds, invest at least $1 million in equity, employ at least 20 skilled Ghanaians. In that case, they may operate outside the market, not in the market. So I think our message is clear. I'm not a lawyer. The act is the GIPC law. I mean, everybody can go online to read the act. Okay. So I think it's the Act 3, in the practice. Foreigners cannot stay in the same markets, stores, retail spaces reserved for Ghanaians. They can only operate outside the market, and only if they meet the strict GIPC investment. That is the law. I'm not quoting it, it's the law. If you go online, the GIPC law is online. I mean, everybody can access it, everybody can read it. So that is our message to our Nigerian brothers, our foreign brothers.